thinking about buying a condo in Miramar Beach, Florida, let me start by saying this. Congratulations, you're looking at one of the hottest and most desirable real estate markets along the entire Emerald Coast. The beaches are stunning, the location is central to everything between Destin and 30A, and condos here can be both incredible vacation getaways and smart investments. But here's the deal, just because Miramar Beach is amazing doesn't mean every condo is a good buy. I've been selling real estate here since 2008, and I've seen too many buyers make mistakes that cost them thousands of dollars, tons of stress, and in some cases deals that fall apart completely. So in today's video, I'm breaking down the 5 biggest mistakes to avoid when buying a condo in Miramar Beach, plus a bonus mistake that almost nobody talks about, but it could derail your deal faster than you think. Stick with me through the whole thing, because this isn't just a list. These are real-world insights from what I've seen buyers go through in this market, and I want to help you avoid the same headaches. I'm Danny Margagliano with World Impact Real Estate and DestinPropertyExpert.com. I've worked with hundreds of condo buyers and sellers here, and I want to give you the straight truth so you can buy smart, avoid regrets, and enjoy your piece of paradise. Alright, mistake number 1, and this is the one that sneaks up on the most people, not digging deep into the condo association rules and fees. On paper, those monthly HOA fees might look fine. Maybe it's $600 a month, maybe it's $1,200. But here's what you need to ask, what exactly do they cover? In some buildings, that fee includes your water, cable, internet, insurance on the structure, exterior maintenance, landscaping, and amenities. That's a pretty solid deal. But in other condos, that same looking fee might only cover basic maintenance, leaving you on the hook for things like insurance or surprise assessments later. And here's the kicker. Every condo association has its own rules, and those rules matter. Some are strict about rentals. Others don't allow pets. Some will limit how many times you can rent your unit per year, or even how many guests you can have. For example, in aerial dunes, you'll find fees that are fairly reasonable for what's included, and the rental rules are investor friendly. But in some older Gulfront condos, right on Scenic Gulf Drive in Miramar Beach, you'll find high fees and stricter rental limits. If you're not clear on this before you buy, you might find out the hard way that your dream condo isn't nearly as flexible or as profitable as you thought. So here's my advice, never ever gloss over the HOA docs. Read them, ask questions, and if something isn't clear, have your agent, that's me, dig into it for you. Mistake #2, not hiring a local, experienced agent. I'm going to be blunt here. This market moves fast, and shortcuts are tempting. But if you want to avoid costly mistakes, you need someone on your side who lives and breathes Miramar Beach condos every day. Too often, I see buyers go with their cousin's friend from church who just got licensed last month in another city, and you can imagine how that turns out. They don't know which condo buildings have legal battles going on. They don't know which associations are weak on reserves and about to slap owners with a $20,000 special assessment. They don't know the difference between a building that's rock solid and one that's quietly falling behind on maintenance. A truly local agent knows these things. I know which condos have a history of water intrusion problems. I know which ones are investor favorites because the rental numbers actually hold up year after year. And I know which ones look great in photos but have hidden restrictions that could ruin your plans. So sure, you could try to wing it with a rookie agent or go solo with Zillow, but when you're spending $500,000 or more on a condo, isn't it worth having a local expert in your corner to keep you from making a mistake? Mistake #3, not factoring in special assessments and reserve studies. Mistake number 3, and this one is becoming more important than ever, in not only Miramar Beach, but all of Florida, not paying attention to special assessments and reserve funds. If you haven't heard about it yet, let me explain. After the Surfside condo tragedy in South Florida, Florida passed new laws requiring condo buildings to go through milestone inspections and reserve studies. Basically, every building has to prove it's structurally sound and that it has enough money in reserves to cover future repairs. What does that mean for you as a buyer? It means if the building hasn't been keeping up with its reserves, or if the inspection reveals major repair needs, owners could get hit with huge special assessments. I'm talking $10,000, $20,000, even $50,000 in some cases. I've seen it firsthand with some of the older condos along Scenic Gulf Drive. Buyers think they're getting a great deal, only to find out 6 months later that the building is facing a massive assessment for concrete restoration or elevator replacement. This is where having a local agent and a good title company matters. We dig into the association's financials, look at the reserve study, and make sure you know what you're walking into before you close.
Thinking about relocating to the Destin, Florida area? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is designed to save you hours of research. I've linked it below, from top employers to the best hospitals, and a wealth of other things you need to know before making the move. The best part is that this guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard me right, 100% free. Click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. Hope that helps.
Miramar Beach mistake hash 4. Overestimating rental income or buying without projections. This one's huge for anyone buying with the idea of renting the condo out. Don't overestimate rental income. I can't tell you how many times I've seen glossy rental projections that promise the world $60,000, $70,000, even $80,000 a year. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the truth. Those numbers often assume 100% occupancy at peak season rates. And that's just not reality. Yes, summer weeks rent for top dollar, spring break is strong, but what about October? What about January and February? Those months are slower, and you need to budget for that. Here's where I bring something to the table that most agents can't. My wife Michelle and I don't just sell investment properties, we also own and operate Staytime Vacations, a boutique vacation rental management company right here on the Emerald Coast. Together, we've got over 20 years of combined experience, not only selling condos, but also managing them day to day. That means we understand the numbers from both sides. We know what it looks like on the sales sheet, and we know what it looks like when the bookings come in, when the guests call about a repair, and when the utility bill shows up. We have the full picture, and that helps our clients make smarter decisions. For example, a true Gulfront condo like Majestic Sun or Edgewater will usually pull higher annual numbers than a condo across the street like Amalfi Coast. But those higher earnings often come with higher HOA fees and higher insurance costs. When Michelle and I run the numbers with our clients, we account for the real-world performance, not just the glossy projection. So if you're buying in Miramar Beach for rental income, don't just take the seller's word for it. Get the actual history when you can, and rely on professionals who see the income side every single day. That's how you make sure your condo is truly profitable, not just on paper. Mistake hash 5, skipping a professional inspection and over-trusting condo docs. This is one of the biggest misconceptions I see. Buyers think it's a condo, the association handles everything, so I don't need an inspection. Wrong. Even in a condo, there are plenty of things inside the unit that are your responsibility. HVAC systems, water heaters, appliances, plumbing, windows, even mold issues. These are all on you as the owner. I've had buyers skip inspections to save $400 only to end up with a $6,000 AC replacement 2 months later. Not a fun surprise, and don't think that the condo documents alone will protect you. Yes, they'll tell you about the association, but they won't tell you if your specific unit has water damage or outdated electrical. This is why I always recommend a professional inspection, even for condos. And when it comes to the legal side, I primarily work with Setco Services Title Company because they're excellent at catching hidden permit issues or title problems before they become your problem. Alright, here's the bonus mistake that can kill deals before they even get off the ground. Not getting pre-qualified by a lender, especially by a local lender who understands condos. Here's the truth. Condos are often considered non-warrantable by big national lenders. That means they don't meet Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac guidelines, usually because of rental percentages, reserve funding, or ongoing litigation. What happens if you're using an out-of-state lender who doesn't know this? They'll happily give you a pre-approval letter until they actually see the condo docs. Then they back out and suddenly your deal collapses, sometimes after weeks under contract. I've seen it happen more times than I'd like to admit. A buyer thinks they're good to go with their bank from back home, only to find out that yes, that bank can lend in Florida, but not for condos like these. That's why I always push clients to work with local lenders who know the buildings, know the associations, and know how to get deals done here. A local lender can save you time, money, and a ton of stress.
Hey guys, it's Team Margagliano. As much as I love making these videos, there is one thing I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the US make the move here to the Destin, 30A, and Panama City Beach area. I've helped countless families make the move, so whether you're coming out next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen and linked in the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to the Emerald Coast of Florida.
Final thoughts. So there you have it. The 5 biggest mistakes to avoid when buying a condo in Miramar Beach. Plus a bonus mistake that can derail your deal before it even starts. To recap, don't ignore the HOA rules and fees. Don't skip hiring a local experienced agent. Don't overlook special assessments and reserves. Don't overestimate rental income, and remember Michelle and I have stay-time vacations to give you the real picture. Don't skip the inspection. And bonus, don't make the mistake of using the wrong lender. Buying a condo in Miramar Beach can be one of the best decisions you ever make, but only if you go in with your eyes open and the right team behind you. If you're ready to start looking, or if you want me to review a condo you've got your eye on and make sure there are no hidden red flags, reach out to me at destinpropertyexpert.com or give me a call. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below with your biggest condo buying question. I read every single one. I'm Danny Wills Margagliano, and I'll see you in the next video.